Yo, what's up guys? Khordmaster's here, and yes, I'm in my car. Obviously, I mean, where else would I be? I mean, it's a car, right? I wanted to make a video today to show you guys a little bit about LumaFusion. LumaFusion is the app that I use to do all of my video editing, mostly on iPad, although I do use it sometimes on iPhone as well. I think it's an incredible app. It's capable of so much. I actually interviewed one of the co-founders of the app, as a matter of fact, which I will leave a link to that interview in the description below, as well as, you know, the contact card thing. Hopefully I remember to put it in afterwards. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a little sort of like understanding, a breakdown of how I use the app, sort of a LumaFusion for beginners. And I'm going to kind of gear it a little bit towards people who are interested in learning how to do a little trick that I do with it, which is create videos to the beat using Storyblocks' amazing slew of copyright-free video content, which is so incredible that they have that on there. I'm also going to be giving away 5 copies of LumaFusion, as well as 5 copies of Storyblocks for a year subscription, which is quite amazing, and I'm super appreciative of LumaFusion for sponsoring this video. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and some more details at the end of the video on how to qualify for the giveaway. I'll see you guys in a few. Here goes the tutorial. So when you launch LumaFusion, you will be greeted with something that looks kind of like this, I think. So if you look on the bottom, you have a section where it says create new project. So I should actually show you. So on the very bottom left, you have these 6 icons. So I'm going to click the second from the left icon, which is the square with the plus on it. And that is what creates a new project. So we have a new project. I'm going to title this LumaFusion Tutorial. Right, and like I said, I want this video to be good for beginners as well as for people who are curious about using Storyblocks in their projects, so some copyright-free video. So I usually will title it, and then I usually will click the middle one only, and I'll change to the format that we want here. So there's a lot of different formats. I typically will use 16:9 exclusively for when I'm doing YouTube videos, 9:16 when I'm doing Reels or Shorts, and then sometimes I'll use one of these 2 down here, 4:5 or Square. Pretty much other than those, I kind of never use any other ones. Maybe I could start experimenting with some of like the Ultra Panavision, Ultra Panavision, stuff like that. That's pretty cool, like super wide. Maybe I'll do that eventually. But for now, let's do 16:9. Now, an update on here, as you can see, it says based on first video clip added, so you don't have to necessarily change that. If you know the format of the videos that you're going to be adding, it can automatically detect that for you. But for now, we'll do 16:9. We'll hit the square with the plus on the top right, and that creates a new project. So we have 3 different sections. We have the top left section. I'm going to click right there, this little upside down T in the middle. Do you guys see that? And that lets you resize the 3 different sections, which I think is a really awesome feature that they have. So you can quickly get more space here, more space there, so on. Top left is where you bring your file and footage into the project. Top right is where you see a preview of what you're editing. Bottom right, or just bottom in general, is your timeline. So that's where you can make the edits and chops and things like that. I'll explain what everything means in just a second. So we're going to go to the top left folder icon. We're going to click on Storyblocks, and we are going to find some footage. So let's click on footage, and let's go and find something with animals, because of course we love animals. Oh yeah, look at this cat. Let's double click in there, and as you see on the top right, now I'm kind of curious about this. I'm going to keep talking and let this download. It seems to me like the time that it takes to download is, well, okay, as I'm saying it, it's done. You just have to, I just want to monitor that, like, you know, I would expect that little wheel to like start rotating and then like show me how much more time is done, is remaining. But in any case, here's our first video. So if I click anywhere in this bottom section and just drag, look at that. Cool, right? So that's our first video. Now, if we wanted to add another video to this, if you wanted to transition from this to, I don't know, this this interesting like lone wolf, Arctic wolf. We can click and hold, and you can drag down. And this is also going to download, and it'll take just a second to download as well. Alternatively, if you don't want to click and hold and drag down, you can find something that you like. So I'll let this finish downloading. These stripes on the bottom on this timeline show that it's not done yet, and I think this is a much longer video. This is 30 seconds compared to the first one being 3 seconds. So let's let that continue. And you see that it shows up as yellow towards the top there as well in the middle of the screen. So once that's done, and there it is, now you can see that it is done, and you can scrub it this way, right? If you go to the end of the clip and you find something else that you like and you double click on it, I can tap, boom, and it brings it right there to it brings it to wherever you kind of currently are, and it puts the beginning of the new clip right there. So I think if I were to try that same thing right here, I think it's gonna cut in the middle of this. Let's see what happens. Double click. So you see that it brings a new clip right there to that spot. So now it's going to be Lone Wolf. It's going to be the new video once it's done downloading, and then it's going to go back to the Lone Wolf, right? You can see that there's a backspace towards the middle right. I wish I had like my mouse connected, but such is life. I don't. I'm using a stylus. But I'll try to be as descriptive as humanly possible. So the middle right of the screen, there's a back button. I'm going to click that, and that undoes, and then to the right of that is redo as well. So if we want to see this video that we've created so far, we can hit the play button a little bit to the left of where we just were clicking, and we have that, and we have this. So it looks like all of these files there's no audio with, right? So you're like, wait, where's the audio? How do we get some audio in here? I'm so glad you asked. Now if we click on the top left where there's a circle with a $sign or a circle with an S, this brings us to where we need to be at to figure out how to bring more content in here that's not necessarily just from Storyblocks. So in this case, I'm going to click on Imported, and I have a folder created that has a lot of my music. So I'm like, okay, I want to bring some music to this. What is this horror sound? I can tap it. If I don't know what this is and I want to hear it before bringing it into the project, you can tap and then you can hit play. I like it. So now I'm going to drag this audio file underneath. See how that's green down here and it's blue or black or whatever, blue up here? So this timeline consists of several videos that go on the top portion and several audio tracks that can go on the bottom portion. So as you can see, this is green for audio and blue for video. And we also have on the bottom left of the screen, you see how this is like the mixer. So I'm going to turn this a little lower, and I'm going to hit play. Let's see how this sounds and looks. All right, cool. So that's what's going on there. If we want to cut or trim this part of the audio file, we can click at the very end, and you can slide over or slide over this way. So cut, trim, pretty straightforward. If you want to cut, I can hit this left button. The left button is going to go back to the previous spot where something is happening. So what do I mean by that? I mean something is happening because the video clip ends right there, so it's going to go back there. What do you think is going to happen if I hit left again? I'm putting like my teacher hat on now, but you know, left is going to go back to the beginnings of this clip / end of the other one, right? Similarly, if you look a little bit more to the left, there's a upside down house with a square in it. I mean, sorry, upside down house with a plus sign in it. I think that's what it is. Boom. You can click this and you can just create markers, and markers, although I don't think, oh yeah, I did create it. At the top there, as you can see in the middle where that green, there is a marker right there. So now if I hit right from here, it's going to jump to that marker. Create another marker here. Now you can jump between these points pretty quickly, right? Boom, boom. All right, cool. What else do I want to show you? I want to show you that if you want to duplicate this video, you can hit on the bottom row. There's a whole bunch of buttons. There's one that looks like a cascading rectangles, one with the plus in it. Boom, that duplicates. So that's how you can duplicate that. I'm going to hit the button all the way to the right. That's a trash can. That deletes. Let me know in the comments if I should have just done this video with the mouse. I'm assuming maybe I should have, but let me know. Just, yeah, forgive me for not using a mouse. But like I said, I'm trying to be as descriptive as I can. All right, what else do I want to show you? There's a scissors on the bottom. Scissors cuts, whatever file, so you can cut that way and you can bring it back. I don't think there's a join button yet, except, join, you just kind of undo, I guess, to join it back together. What if I wanted to select multiple files? You can hit that button. See how that highlighted blue? I can tap, and now I can do multiple things with it. Okay, I'm going to undo that. I'm going to hit that button again to get rid of that. What does this plus do again? Oh yeah, overlay title. So if I wanted to have a title at the beginning here, I can hit this plus and do like an overlay title. And now it says, look, your text here. So I can click on that. So what I just did was double clicked. It added a new like video clip essentially. Tap in the middle to highlight. I usually double tap and be like intro. And you can look at all these different styles by trying different ones out. You can tap that way. You can also make your own, like if you want something big like this and then come down. I don't like that color. You can do like that. And then you can scroll down and just make some changes like shadow color and width. Oh no, that's weird. Intro. I guess that's fine. I mean, it's whatever. That doesn't look that great because it's like gray and the cat is gray. But anyway, you can do that, and if you liked it, you can save this, save preset tile or style, and then bold, you just call it whatever. And then you have that style saved, so you can use that again later if you want. So you want the intro to just be really smaller, you can do that. Okay, so that's how you do that. What else do I want to show you? What else is important? Let me think. So over here on the bottom left, this is kind of important. On the left, there's ways to link video clips together so that if you make edits, everything stays in line. But before I show you that, what if I wanted to add some B-roll footage on a new layer here? So let me come in here and let's see what kind of videos we have in here. I was just editing some stuff with my girl Anna Carmela. This is a different format. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I think we probably should use this one. I think this is maybe the widescreen version. Yeah, there we go. So if we wanted to, you can come to a different video scene by adding something above where you currently are. So
Khordmaster in chat and I sat down and had a chat.
So that's weird, but I mean that's really cool, like having some talking with the music or whatever. But you can hear her talking if you're like, no, I don't want her talking, I don't want her voice, I just want to have the video. So you can do that, right? You can mute a track by hitting the mute button. What else do you guys want to know? Oh, transitions. So top left. So also transitions, so that you can change this so that you can click and drag this here. So now let's see how this looks here. So I have this defaulted to 3 seconds, but I think usually it's probably going to be like 1 second.
Khordmaster in chat.
So I don't like that one. So you're like, okay, what about this one? And I'm going to show you how to change that by default really quick. That might be some news or information that the average LumaFusion
Khordmaster
user might not know. So if you go to settings and you go to, I think, preferences, let me see how to do this. I haven't done it in quite a while. Is it under, maybe it's under settings. It should be preferences, color space, frame rate, number of projects, backups to keep, clip style. You know what, boys and girls? I don't quite remember where that is. Is it under settings? Frame rate. It should be preferences. That's a preference. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know where it's at. Sorry. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below where that might be. It's not under cleanup and it's under help. But in any case, now you can do, you see how that kind of comes in like that. So that's cool too. So I usually use, honestly, just cross dissolve, which is just like a smooth transition, right?
Khordmaster in chat, and I sat down, had a chat, a real chat.
That's cool. All right, it's just weird. It's animals and Anna and Carmela and just all this weirdness going on, but that's cool. All right, now another thing is maybe this, if we double click into this and we slide over, so let's actually come to the beginning. I'm going to double click on the first clip, okay? Now if I go to not transitions, what is this called? Frame fit? Yeah, at the top right, okay? So what if I want to zoom in? So I can make it so that as this clip is going on, it is zooming in on the cat. So what if I wanted to do that? And what if I wanted to really zoom in tighter? Well, look where I'm sliding at the towards the bottom of the screen. There's a little vertical white line. I'm clicking on that, and I'm like, okay, I like that. But what if I want it even more zoomed? Well, now I'm gonna pinch on the screen to like really zoom it in like this, meaning that I want the end of this clip to be zoomed in this close, this tight. And now, as you can see, actually, did I do this right? Yeah, it's fine. So it's going to be a short clip, but it's going to be a really quick zoom, as you can see. Watch. So you see that, right? It zoomed in now. Pretty cool. All right, what else? What else? What else? What else? You can, like I told you before, maybe you want to have some more space, so maybe you want to see this more, or maybe you want to be seeing this more if you have a lot of, content at the bottom. That's important. Um, I think that's kind of it that I want to show you guys for now. Maybe one more thing. So say if I wanted Anna's video link, if I double click on that and go on the bottom of the screen towards the middle to the right of the audio, there is this, and you can change presets, so you can make her look totally different. You can be like, oh, I want a black and white noir night version. I don't like that. How about just regular noir? So now I can transition to look.
Khordmaster in chat, and I sat.
So you can do that. So that's cool. Trying to see, is there anything else, little tips that I want to share with you all? I think, well, let's go back to Storyblocks one more time. So there's a ton of content here. And like I said, I'm giving 5 copies of LumaFusion away for free, which is incredible, I must say. Like a $30 value per person. I believe that's how much it costs right now. So for those of you who are looking to become content creators or just use this incredible app, I mean, nothing compares to this on iOS, in my opinion. And like I mentioned, I'd love for you guys to check out my interview with the co-founder of this company. It was just an incredible conversation, and she's awesome. And I think you guys would really find a lot of great insights in there. So there's a link for that in the description, like I mentioned. So yeah, 5 copies of the program, and then there's just so much stuff to be found here. So let me click this and type in like cats and see what other. You can just search for just video footage. Like, look at this. This is good stuff. Click, boom. You can tap it and then you can play it. And that's it, right? So you can say, oh, I love it. I want to use it and I want to bring it right there. And it's going to download. And once it's done, this will now transition to this B footage. So I think that's kind of where I want to leave this at. I don't want the video to be too long. I think I kind of gave you guys the basics. I suppose the last thing I would say is, okay, once we're done with this, how do we get this where we want to get it to, for lack of a better word? Well, bottom right of the screen, the 3 icons, there's one in the middle that is a share icon. You would tap that and you would tap on movie. And if you want to upload to YouTube, you can do that. You'll just log into your YouTube account and it sends it right to YouTube. I use that all the time. But in addition, if you were posting something on Instagram or TikTok or wherever, YouTube Shorts or something, then you would export it to your photos roll, which is like your camera roll, right? And then you could just make some changes here. At the bottom, it shows you how big the file is going to be. Towards the top, it shows you the resolution, which you can tap and change if you wanted to. along with the frame rate and video quality and stuff. I typically don't really care about any of this. I just leave it where it is. I think something like Instagram, may have limitations to the resolution, so perhaps it may not make sense to be using 4K on a platform that's just going to compress it to 1080p. So I think typically on Instagram, I usually just maybe I might not get like the full quality just because I don't want to take up storage space for no reason. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you look good there, you can tap on the top right and that will start writing it, as you can see. I'm going to cancel it. I don't need to write this. But my friends, that is the end of the video. So let me go ahead and cue the outro now, I guess. Thank you so much for watching that tutorial. I'm in the same place. I didn't actually do the tutorial yet, but I'm just recording that. You know how it goes. Anyway, yes. So in order to qualify for this video giveaway, two things that you need to do. Just drop me a comment underneath this video explaining which of the two that you are interested in. So I'm only going to give the copy of the app to 5 people, and then 5 different people are going to qualify for a copy of the year subscription to Storyblocks. So just drop underneath the video which of the two you're interested in and how you plan on using it. Tell me a little bit about you, about your story. Make it as short or as long as you want. I'll read through every single one, and I'm going to select 5 that move me for each category, and I'm excited to do that. And again, thank you so much to LumaFusion. You guys are incredible. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you taking the time out to believe in me and allow me to do this giveaway and be able to bless some of my channel family. So without further ado, I'm gonna end the video now, and I'm gonna go get myself some lunch, probably a chicken sandwich and a salad or some french fries. We'll see. Peace.